Good morning, everybody. June the 19th, 2022. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, this is my first kayak of the year. Should have been out here several times by now. Came down to the north boat ramp across creeks. Don't know whether I'm going to be here an hour or 4 hours. I'm not sure. Just come down to relax a little bit. It's not supposed to be so hot today. As everybody knows, we've been going through a heat wave all across the country. In heat index of 108, 110, not uncommon the last couple of weeks. And we got another week of it coming, probably hotter than a few days have been already. I just wanted to come down and relax a little bit, get the old boat out, paddle around some. Beautiful day to do it. It's supposed to only be 85, so we'll see. Well, let me get the paddling on up that way. You guys have been here with me before. I'm going to go the long canal up to the lily pads, see what they look like this morning. The ones right back down here, let's see if I can get you back over there in the corner, they're pretty healthy looking, so I'm taking it that that bunch up at the other end will probably be pretty thick. Thanks for coming, everybody. Stick around, let's do a little yakking today. Stopped here at the island for just a minute. Got a piece of shade, got me a little drink of tea. This time of day, when you get out here early, you can make it to the other end and back and hold shade most of the way. Today I don't think I'm going to get in any big hurry. I'm guessing I haven't seen any of them, but I believe it's gar that keep jumping. I don't know. Mighty peaceful down here on the just off of the Cumberland River this morning. It's right over there just across Cornfield in that spot. Any fish. Wasn't getting in no hurry, not at all. Just paddling along at a leisurely pace. First time out, I don't want to hurt myself. So let me get a drink and head over there. And gar, saw that one right here by the boat. Let me see if I can sneak up in there amongst them. May not be able to today. I've never been up here with them like this. We'll see. I guess this is not exactly the end of the road. You see the water goes right behind the little isthmus there that's usually exposed. I've stopped there a time or two. But I know that the creek bed is directly ahead right there. And I can't get to it. Let me set this thing up off the water as high as I can get it and give you guys a little 360 where I'm sitting here. Pretty good sized little lily pad bunch, isn't it? Yeah, when the water's up, or when these are, I guess, a little younger plant, it's not too hard to glide across the top of them. Right now there's too much of it sticking out of the water to do any gliding at all. Not possible. So I'm going to turn around, head back, and just leisurely do a little hanging out in the shade. See where it goes from there. I've got another video, I believe, at the house. I came down here a year ago. Maybe a little longer. But anyway, the water was so shallow I couldn't come past the part right there where the lily pads actually start to grow. It just wasn't enough. Let me find a piece of shade. It's not hot, but I don't want to get that way either. It might be a decent little place to pitch tent for the night, one morning too. There's not much opportunity up and down this bank here. Pretty much what you see right there. Right on down this way, just a little ways, there's a few spots to get in, but not many along here. Looks like got a little bit of a rock bluff back there behind. I don't know. Nice place to stop anyway. That dude means business. I'm only about 75 yards or so down the bank from where I was with the other woodpecker. Can't zoom in very well. I'll give her a shot. We got a buzzard roost coming to life over there. They're out just at the edge of the river. Now that's funny. Just been cruising down through here about like this. Not much faster. Kind of nice just to ease along down the bank and listen to the wildlife. Heard several critters on the ground in there, but I got no idea what they are. This right here is the place that I stop at all the time. I don't think I'm going to today. I ain't been in the water no time hardly at all. But be a really nice place to camp. 4, 5, 6 people even. There's plenty of room to pitch tents and hang hammocks right there. And over on the island right in front of it. I needed a little bit of this today. It's quiet enough at the house, but this is a different kind of quiet. Right here on this point, for several years there was a large, I believe it was a hickory tree. It stood right there on that corner. That biggest one right there is a hickory. And it was full of squirrels a couple of years ago. I don't know how to guesstimate the size of that island. Pretty good size. I walked around over there. I'll take you guys over there one day. I think I'm going to head right on up around this direction here. Usually don't go up that way. Well, I'll take that back. Not usually. The last time I was down here when the water was so low, I did go back up there a little ways. I'll definitely try to look that video up and make sure that I posted after this one. Really doesn't look like anybody's been back in there in a little bit. A lot of wash up. See that little limb there is broke off. That's not a very big bluff. I don't know how high it is off the water here. 60 feet, maybe. Can't hardly see it this time of year, can you? You can get right on around the corner there, you will. Just gonna hang out here and suck up this last little piece of shade for a minute. There's more shade around the bend up there. I don't know how far I'm gonna go up. Just paddling around. I know you guys won't be able to hear it. There's a distinct buzzing coming from those rocks up there. I heard it when I pulled up back there in the corner, or on the point. And I can hear it a lot better right here. Maybe we'll go investigate next time. We'll have to pick a cool day though. Man, this is nice. After it being, well, day before yesterday it was 96 at the house. Yesterday it was only 87. Right now I'm guessing it's right where I'm sitting, it ain't even 80 degrees right now. This is a pretty spot. This whole place is nice. I mean, you know, you pick and choose when you come down. If you come down here in the middle of the week, I don't know what that was jumping. Come down here in the middle of the week, generally there's nobody down here. Like it is today. Odd. Or maybe not. Let me paddle around in the sunshine for a minute. Warm up. Sure. Finally realized you guys were looking through my thumbprint. It's kind of a wash up little beach area here. All kinds of goodies. That's the third one of those floats I've seen out here. And I don't know whether they like use them really regular enough for them to have algae growing on the bottom of them or not. I'm going to pull this one up and see what's on it. I didn't mess with the other two, but there's nobody back here but me. And the other two had strings of stuff growing down there. The string. It's not really good practice, folks. Come down here and fish like that's fine. Mark a spot. That's fine. Leave your crap in the water. That's the last thing everybody needs. Especially the fish. Well, I'm not going to show you what was on that. And I put it up on the bank. What was left of about a 10, 12-inch catfish. Something else was eating it. Probably find something like that, or maybe nothing at all by now on those other two, but I'll take them out of the water on the way back by. Unless I go on the other side. I don't think I'm going to. I can catch little pieces of shade on this side all the way back. Sounds like somebody's coming in at that other boat ramp. I don't know. I'm going to drift up that way a little while. That's the other boat ramp that I was talking about right over there. Oh, let me push myself back in the shade. Stop here, gonna have a little munchie. Rehydrate a little bit. Okay. See where they're tearing off to. I want to come back up here sometime, maybe with a couple, 3 people, just for the enjoyment. One of my yaks down here, I sat right up there. You can kind of go into the creek this way, but it's pretty shallow. But if you look over there, you can see the hole you go through, kind of. The water up here is, I'm only sitting, I'm probably, what is that? 35 feet off the bank or so, and I'm only in about 2 feet of water. Less than a foot visibility right now. If you're not exactly sure where the channel is over there, you better be cool with your boat. You'll be dragging motor. And you can probably see them flittering around a little bit. We still got some mayflies hanging out. Let me have me a little munchie. Do some rehydration. Better watch out for the logs under the water. I've seen quite a few of them little sea monsters on the way up here. I can stay in the edge of the wind right here. I won't have to paddle all the way back. Somebody poked a hole in the trees. Just been cruising by the island here, and I snuck right up on this boy. Can y'all see him? He doesn't know what to think about me out here in the water. I think there's another one up there with him. I was trying to be quiet. I didn't get the camera out very soon. I don't want to scare him, so he runs off the island. I was coming up here to look at the little campsite area right here, actually. It's pretty nice. Lots of room for, and I'll quit doing that in just a second. Lots of room for hammocks. Plenty of room for, looks like there's actually plenty of room to put a tent out there too. But if you camp there tonight, you got a buddy unless he swims off. I don't see him anymore. Yeah. Leave him alone about his day. That little inlet over there, well, it's not all that little, is I guess kind of plain, as you would say, unless you're looking to put on a few miles and or fish. I'm not going to go back up there today myself. I'm not sure exactly what time it is. Appears to be somewhere around 10:30 I'm going to give it. I believe I got in the water about 7:30. So I've had a really nice day out here so far. Birds to keep me company. And Mr. Raccoon there. I snuck right up on him. I didn't reach and get the camera till he almost turned around and looked at me. But he didn't freak out, so maybe he'll... Oh, I take that back. Oh, wait a minute. There's a small one right there. By the time I got myself turned, they both walked on off that way. The bigger one walked to the other side. The little one was right there checking me out till I got the sneaking up on it, I guess. Probably this year's baby. They may live here. I don't know. I would assume they'll have frogs. Minnows. There's minnows everywhere today. Yeah, I'm fixing to run into some roots here. Looks like they've been staying. I got spiders. And little bitty ones walking on my hat. I said, I don't know if they live here or not, but pretty secluded spot, really. Well, let me paddle on a little bit, I guess. Just get out and paddle. Some of them trees down through there ain't got long to go, do they? You see this bank back here is kind of turned down in a couple of places too. Had to get myself back in the shade. It's got to be 10:30, 11 o'clock, something like that. I think I'm going to start heading back towards the boat ramp that way. While I got a little bit of wind left, it laid down quite a bit. I'm not pausing there for your... Oops, well, I should for that, huh? I'm not pausing for effect there. I kind of want to go over there. That's in the same place kind of that the buzzards were circling out of earlier. Sounds like there's a bunch of them left over. It might be a roost. Been seeing a lot more young ones this year for whatever reason. Getting run over too. Trying to find them something to eat on the highway. Right back out in the sun. I'm surprised to see the willow flies still down here. Been a really nice paddle. I'm not going to overdo. Just kind of hang out here for a few more minutes. I've had plenty to drink. A couple little snacks. Still feel good. The boat ramp over there was kind of trashy. Not people trash. But just a lot of wash up stuff over in that corner. So I didn't show you that mess. And I'll spare you the episode of me getting this thing back up on top of the truck. Actually getting it down wasn't that bad. Feels good to soak up the sun. I'm not drifting fast enough towards the shade. Hopefully it won't be too much longer. We'll be back out, not necessarily here, but somewhere. I want to try to do a trip out of the kayak this year too, for sure. Last year just got completely screwed up for me. And there wasn't any way I could pull it off when the weather was decent enough to do it. Still a lot of pollen on top of the water. We are not lacking in that this year. Just shotgun. Yeah, this old bank here's undermined pretty rough. And I hope this tree right here in front of me catches me before I go in too far. I got in a mess of them little spiders there a little while ago. Oh, there we go. That brought me to a halt. Alright, boys and girls, thanks for coming along today. First one of the year, 2022. Nobody's trying to get in the boat. I'm caught on the sticks. Thanks for coming along, everybody. Appreciate your views. I'm going to enjoy this for another hour or so. Till next time, everybody. Just waiting for the next big adventure. Y'all come along.